everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ryan, as obvious. Last video did pretty well, got a couple hundred views, some extra subscribers, so I figured I might as well come out here on this Tuesday and film another video. Next week I have a tournament out in Catherine's Landing. That's about 20 miles south of Cottonwood Cove, where I'm at right now. And I'm just going to do a little pre-fishing for the tournament, just see what the fish are biting on the river before I head out there. I would go to Catherine's Landing and do the actual, practicing out there, but that's like an hour-and-a-half drive, and I got out on the lake late. It's like 1:22, so I'm expecting a relatively slow start to the day because the water temperature is pretty hot, and the hotter the water temperature, less oxygen for the fish. So either way, I'm just gonna go out there, bang out everything that I have. I got a new fishing rod that I'm gonna be trying out, and I just hope today's a good day. Hopefully the stripers boil up a little bit and I can get on a decent smallmouth or largemouth. But the game plan today is just to see what the hell they're biting on the river, because Colorado River is a little bit different compared to lake meat fishing. Not a whole lot different, but there's little techniques that are different out here on the Colorado River. Yesterday was a successful day. I'm gonna pop a photo right here. So I caught this yesterday at Willow Beach. I try to film a video out there, but every single time I go to Willow Beach, I never catch anything when I film. And it's the one time I'm not wearing my GoPro or have any intentions to catch a fish, I catch a goddamn monster. So this was the fish yesterday, and then the fish like 2 weeks ago. So I would love to make a Willow Beach video, but like I said, I was out there on the river for 9 hours yesterday and caught that one fish, and it would just be a headache. So I'll see you guys on the water. I'll show you guys my kayak, because I kind of missed that last video. I didn't really show you guys my setup, but I'll give you guys a little quick rundown. And then the game plan is I'm just going to head north, maybe 2 miles upriver, and then let the current drift me back down as I smash out some coves. Alright guys, I'll see you guys out on the water. Alright, I'm going to make this quick and sweet, but got everything set up. It's a 10-foot Brooklyn kayak, followed by a 36-pound trolling motor. I got a 100-amp lifetime battery, charging that right there. Got my Yak Attack Pro Pack right here. 6 rod holders. I lost 2 rods in the water, don't ask how. I got 2 spinning reels, 3 bait casters, running a Ned rig, drop shot, and then I got a jig setup, top water, crankbait. Here is where I keep all my valuables: wallet, phone, keys, my gun, ibuprofen if I need it, and then my cooler, obviously the essentials: snacks, water, and a Coke. And then my net and my GoPro stuff, and then I got a small little fish finder. I only care about that for the speed and the map. I don't really care for the depth and stuff. Just use my eyes. Yeah, that's the setup, and I'll see you guys out on the water. Alright guys, we officially made it on the water. Had a couple technical difficulties with this kayak. Just had to pull the drain plug and drain some of the water out of it. Other than that though, it's a pretty beautiful day. The weather said it was gonna not be windy, but there's a little breeze. But so far not too bad. Like I said, the game plan is just gonna start off at this cove, beat up all the shoreline. And if the shoreline's not really working, because like I said, it's hotter, so a lot of the fish do go down deeper, then we'll kind of fish some of the cliffs, like the drop-offs where it goes from 5 feet down to 15. Fish along those, throw around the jig, the drop shot, and I think we're gonna kill it out here. I hope to make my way out to that point over there, and then we'll head on in. Like I said, it's 2 o'clock. I'm not trying to be here all day. I got plans later on this afternoon, so I'm gonna try to be off the water by 6 o'clock, and I got about an hour drive home. So I'll see you guys when we start fishing. Hopefully you get on something big. All right guys, I'm pulling up to the first spot. Seeing a lot of shad up on the surface. I'm gonna throw this Great Lakes drop shot minnow and let it sink to the bottom. Throw it around a little bit over here, see if I get any action. Wind's calmed down, so is the current right here, so I'm gonna stand up for this catch. Got a good feeling about this one. I think I got fish on. Fish on. Oh yeah. Get my net ready. Just trying to tire him out a little bit. Oh, come here. There we go. First fish of the day. It's a nice Nice little smallmouth. Fucking sorry about that. My net was stuck on there. Anyways. This is the first fish of the day. Nice tiny little smallmouth. Not the mama I'm looking for, but I'm gonna get him out of here. Gotta be free. And there he goes. First cast at the new spot. That could mean one or two things. I'm gonna be cursed and not catch a fish the rest of the day, or I'm throwing the right thing. So far I think I'm throwing the right thing. There we go. So we'll get the same lure out there, let it sink to the bottom, see if we can get on a fish over here. That was a nice fish to start off the day. I'm happy with it. For my tournament next week, they have to be 12 inches to qualify. Not sure if that's going to meet the 12-inch mark, but definitely a good sign that I'm throwing something right. All right, let's get this on the bottom. See if I can hook up on something. I think I'm on a fish. I am on a fish. I didn't even know he was on there. There he is, another smallmouth. I had no clue I had a fish on there, guys. Didn't even feel him bite. Let's get the net. Another decent sized smallmouth. I'll take it. Need him to stop jumping though. Okay. Another beautiful smallmouth. Hooked him on the bottom lip. That's a first for me. Let's see. How am I gonna get this out? I'm gonna need my pliers. Always have pliers. You can't, oh, this fucker. You can't always get the hook out that easily. Sorry. Especially when you get them on the bottom lip. There we go. Fish number 2 of the day. Not big, but not too small. Fun to fight. Got him out of there. He might have fucked up my rig. I'm gonna have to retie a drop shot. I'm all tangled up. Let's see. Oh shit! Okay. A small one. Another small fish. There's so many tiny ones. Okay. It's fish number 3. Alright guys, quick update. On the shore right now. I gotta be honest, I'm absolutely dying out here. The heat is killing me. It's only like 98, but there's no wind. And I'm just dying. So I'm probably gonna stay out here another hour. Got 3 smallmouth so far in there. Pretty small fish. I'm not really satisfied with the size of them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a right here, go around to the other side of this cove, on the other side of these trees, and then, you know, fish along that, maybe find some shade or something. But I got to tell you what, I am fucking hot. And luckily I brought snacks and stuff. I'm starving. I'm hot. So I'm going to sit here, cool off a little bit, and then we're gonna head to the next spot. There we go. Got another bass. Let's see if this one does any cool tricks. I'll show you a cool trick right on my fucking net. That's a cool trick. About the same size as the other ones. Ugh. Hooked him semi-well. Here he is. Get the hook out of him. Let me get the hook out of you, you fucker. I gotta get my pliers. Damn, I hooked you good, dog. Sorry. Nice little dink. That's all I keep catching, but I caught him in that structure over there. All right. So fish number 4. Just keep catching these little guys. These little guys are fun to catch, but I mean, nothing beats the adrenaline rush of catching its father. You know what I mean? But yeah. So it's been relatively slow, but like I said, Great Lakes drop shot finesse minnows are working phenomenally for me right now, so I'm just gonna keep sticking to that, and then hopefully you can hook onto something else. I tried the jig earlier. Jig unfortunately was just not working for me. There's a lot of silk on the bottom, so every time I was dragging the jig along the bottom I was getting all this nasty shit on it, so it's just basically ruining the presentation. But for the most part, I'm just throwing the drop shot kind of where that I was telling you guys earlier, where that cutoff is, where there's a shoreline, and then a drop. So right at that drop is where I'm dropping the drop shot, and obviously around structure, and that's been working for me. So let's see if this continues on working. Then real quick, just really want to emphasize on why it's important to have multiple different baits on you. Just because this, you know, little middle thing's working for me today doesn't mean it's going to work for me next week. So I always have multiple backups. I have a shit ton of these, of the drop shot minnows, just in case I need them. I got a bunch of worms. The pink worms work amazingly for the largemouth, and then these little watermelon colored minnow shaped things also work amazing. But also I have all my backup stuff, because you guys saw earlier that guy, when I caught that bass, he ended up tangling, you know, my rig, and I had to break off and tie on a new rig. So I always have, you know, the hooks and the weights and everything, etc., needed to you know, get back on the water ASAP. So just wanted to show you guys why it's important to have all the baits, because you never know what these fish are going to do to your rig. All right, sorry, enough yapping. Next to the next spot. I see a little log sticking out right there, so I just threw my drop shot right next to it. See if there's anything chilling right next to it. And there is. There we go. I knew it. I knew it. Right at that log, I knew there was going to be something chilling on that structure. Let's get him in the nets. Get on our next fish. There we go. This one's a lot smaller than the others. Okay. Let's see. Hooked him at the bottom too again. He just bit me. He just bit me again. Let's see. This one's a lot cuter. Oh, well, there he goes. Yeah, I knew there was going to be some bass on that structure. Typically with these bass, they like to hide, you know, underneath logs, trees. So anything like that, or any structure that you see around in the water, definitely throw your drop shot or any type of lure that you have around that. And, you know, I would say 50% of the time, depending on the season, you'll always hook up on something. But there we go. It's not failed me yet all day. So that's gonna do it for me. Hope you guys like my view of the beautiful Lake Mojave right behind me. I did pretty successful, a lot better than I thought I was going to do. Only problem was a lot of those fish I was catching were just tiny smallmouth. But other than that, I mean, I got a good idea of what to throw at the tournament next week. I plan to make a video out there, but like I said, we'll just see. I'm absolutely exhausted from filming and, you know, fishing all day. The sun beat the shit out of me. You know, the forecast said it's going to be like 94, but when there's no goddamn wind, it feels like it's 114. So I appreciate you guys watching the video again. Leave a like, comment. Maybe I'll make another video next week. Like I said, it's just super hard to film and fish in this heat. But I'd give it another couple weeks, so it should calm down. All right, thank you guys so much for watching.